We're actually going to bring in Aid on Your Side's Lenny Supal right now, live with us. Lenny, this is a huge issue down there. It affects people's homes, so I can't imagine the headaches that they're dealing with.
It's been a long road to recovery, and we were out there in Gulfport yesterday. Neighborhoods are completely leveled. You see some homes that are still standing, but you can see these empty lots. And one neighbor I spoke to, I said, "How does this make you feel?" She said, "Sick and sad." So very strong words, a lot of emotion, as you can imagine, but they're pushing forward, they're moving ahead, and they're staying strong. But there's construction, trucks that are plowing through their neighborhoods. It's like a new development coming up, popping up in Gulfport in terms of the amount of construction that we're seeing.
And Lenny, I have to imagine that these letters, if some of them are incorrect or there are discrepancies there, that's just delaying some of these people from being able to move forward with either the reconstruction or the demolition of their homes.
Yes. So a lot of people have just been waiting for these what's called substantial damage determination letters. It took several months to get those. Once you get that, you can apply for a permit and see if you will qualify for even getting a permit to start a lot of these projects. The problem is that the substantial damage determination letters, there was a big discrepancy. Some homeowners had 10% damage, but then their next door neighbor had 86%. And there was a lot of confusion as to how were these numbers coming about. They said many inspectors never actually entered their home. And when I asked several counties about this, they said that they would look at the water line to determine if the home was substantially damaged, but without looking into the interior, it was really hard to say. So now we're finding out that, yes, there were a lot of discrepancies as homeowners were voicing, but now we have an official acknowledging that. Mayor Karen Love, she's the mayor of Gulfport. She was newly elected just 3 weeks ago, and she's trying to untangle a lot of this mess.
Lenny, just 1 minute or so left, but a quick question. We're seeing videos of these empty lots. For those who, obviously they're looking for uniformity, but for those who are leveling their houses and having to demolish them, are you getting a sense that they're going to rebuild, or are they just vacating the area altogether, trying to sell those lots because they don't want to deal with this if another storm hits?
It's a mix. So we are hearing about people who are going to elevate their home. So if their home was determined substantially damaged, they have two choices: elevate their home or knock it down, start over. So that's what you're seeing, people knocking down their homes to build higher. But there are neighbors that just haven't even moved back. They left after Helene, and they are probably just going to sell their lots at property value and move on. So it's a steep cost. The state has a program. They're trying to help people pay for this, the Elevate Florida program. But as you can imagine, it is frustrating. There's a lot of fatigue. So some people just decided we're going to leave altogether.
Lenny, I know you reached out to Tidal Basin to try to get some answers from them. Have you heard back at this point from them?
I have not heard back yet. We reached out to them yesterday as we were putting this story together. I also spoke with the Florida Department of Emergency Management. They told me to send an email with more details about what my questions were. I did that. I have not heard back from them either.
Lenny Supal joining us live. I know you're going to stay on this story to try and get some answers for those folks who are looking for some uniformity, as well as just being able to decide how their future looks when it comes to whether or not they're going to stay in Gulfport. Thank you so much for joining us, Lenny. All right.